You need to gain XP. What you don't currently understand is that you think you can go into level 100 dungeons. You can go into level 50, level 40, level 20, even level 5, maybe even level 1 without gaining XP. It's impossible. You will never reach 10% body fat without gaining XP. So watch to the end of this video and you'll know exactly how to 100x your XP so you can finally reach 10% body fat. So what you need to figure out is your internal state. Everyone's internal state is different because of different circumstances. Obviously, the universe has created you to be unique, authentic, individually yourself. There isn't another you just chilling about. So you have to understand your mind is in chaos. It is in complete disarray. And you are not in complete alignment with actually being very lean. So you need to understand, why is my mind in chaos? Why am I not in complete alignment right now? It's because you are constantly in a state of fear, but you're using that to run away from your limiting beliefs. Your limiting beliefs are the exact thing that is stopping you from literally reaching every single goal that you've ever wanted to achieve. So when I say your limiting belief is stopping you, is because fear and friction is in the other side of that. So whenever people face entropy, they face friction, they face fear, they run the opposite direction. Whereas that is where the growth is. See, the growth that you're looking for is in the pain and uncomfortability that you're avoiding. So what you have to do to combat this is constantly ask deep questions, constantly bring out the fear so you can isolate it. You can even write it down. You can even conceptualize it. You can imagine it. When you bring it to the forefront, then now it's in a realm where it can be manipulated to your exact action, will, whatever you want to do with that limiting belief. See, when you understand what I'm talking about, it should make frighteningly enough sense, because you haven't really been asking deep enough questions. And people, they don't really understand why things happen. I will literally be at work. This was actually like 2 workplaces ago. I used to look at people and think, why are you in a bad mood today? I'll have a conversation with this guy, I remember, and he would just always have random mood swings. And I'm like, you're a grown ass man and you have mood swings? Are you okay? Generally, you can't even control your emotions. So how the fuck can you tend to just achieve any goal? You're literally at the mercy of the reality that is against you, that you've created yourself, right? And at that point, it looks like it's over. But like I was saying, the deep questions is what gets all of the limiting beliefs out. I ask so many deep questions to myself every single day. I know all of my limiting belief, guys. I know every single one off the top of my head. Boom, 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 boom. One of my limiting beliefs is that I struggle with analysis paralysis. I'll have all the information and it's just the action that is required. But yet I'll tell myself the best excuses like I'm Einstein, and that holds me back. But I know that's a limiting belief. And because I know it, I'm like, okay, right. There's friction here. I need to attack this. And this is how you build the XP. See, this is only 5 XP gaining you strength, gaining you attributes to go attack the level that you need to complete. You must equip yourself with the right tools as well. So the right tools we're going to talk about is carbs. See, a lot of people listen to the bullshit of the fitness industry and the whole ethos on just wanting to sell you whatever they have in terms of their products, right? But you need to be a little bit smarter. You need to be a little bit nuanced in figuring out the little things. Carbs is literally the best secret weapon you can use, because how I get my clients shredded is I get them eating carbs on workout days. I get them eating carbs on days where they require a little bit more energy. And then when we obviously get them to a level of leanness, what happens after that is we shoot up and do reverse dieting phase. But the great thing about a reverse dieting phase is that now that you're already lean, the carbs are just going to make you look fuller. It's going to replenish your glycogen stores and you're just going to look 100x better. And that's the fun stage, because that's when you get to slowly eat more food and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? So carbs is so important, guys. Don't listen to anyone that tells you to reduce your carbs. It doesn't make sense. It's literally a fuel source. Why would you remove a fuel source? It's like trying to drive to a destination and not putting any petrol or diesel in the vehicle. Does that make any sense? But no, you're gonna put like electric fuel in a petrol car. Theoretically, if you change the engine, if you do all this and do all that and do it, you're just doing too much. Just use what is meant to be designed in the right fashion and you'll get the exact result. See, it doesn't seem difficult when you isolate it for what it actually is, but everything just gets misconstrued with all of people's bullshit. Another thing is you need to find ways to add 10 to 30 minutes in your day to go on walks, because the reason why you're not lean is because you're not sedentary enough. I mean, you're too sedentary, so you just sit still all day. You might be in an office, you might be just watching your movies on a couch all day, or after work, but you're still sedentary at work, whatever it is. You need to move more. You really do need to move more. It's not even anything crazy, just 10 to 15 minutes here and there. That shit adds up during the days, the weeks, the months, the years. Your physique will look completely different just by doing that. Another thing is the diets, the pescatarian, the carnivore, the intermittent fasting, all of the strategies, all the diets. Yes, obviously they work, but again, they don't for you. The reason why they don't for you is because if they worked, you'd already be lean, right? So the reason why they don't work is because you're not meant to follow these things 100% of the time. It literally makes no sense. If someone can make the carnivore diet work for them and they eat barely any carbs, but come on, guys, they're eating carbs. Like, people are like, oh, carnivore diet, don't eat any carbs, but you do eat carbs. You're eating fast, you eat fruit, or like you eat some sort of fast digesting carbs. Like, you do eat carbs. And even if you don't eat carbs, that's just the most retarded thing I've ever seen. All in the sake of getting lean when you could use that with carbs. And you could also look better with carbs if you petition it correctly and you strategically implement them when you're meant to. Anyway, it's so retarded. But yeah, 80-20%, 80-20 rule, essentially 80%, 20%. So 80% the diet, 20% whatever you want, right? And that's how you can actually balance the consistency of knowing that if you go off the rails, it's okay, because 80% of the time you're on point. See, one day doesn't ruin your progress, guys. It's why you see people on social media, they'll show you like their abs and they're eating pizza and they're like, oh, I eat this all the time. They really don't. they just they eat that 20% of the time, and 80% of the time they eat moderately to good, right? And that's the thing you need to watch out. Don't listen to most things in terms of like things that don't really quite add up, right? So that's a mirage you need to kind of avoid, because fitness influencers and flipping all the bullshit you see out there, it is like an absolute wealth of just bullshit information that you need to just completely isolate from. But the good thing about that is you just pick and choose things and trial things. But if you're not even consistent, and like I was saying before, if your internal state is just completely washed, then realistically, like you're just not gonna follow through with any of the information. You're gonna apply it here, apply it here, apply it there, and then wonder why it's not working. It's because you just don't have the internal compass to navigate that situation consistently, disciplined enough, and for a certain period of time as well, without seeing results, which is basically the degree in which not being so attached to the outcome. So emotionally shifting to the degree in which you're not attached to the outcome. That is a skill you must master. And that right there is thousands of XP. Carbs equipped thousands of XP, believe it or not. 80-20, thousands of XP, believe it or not. This is going to get you absolutely shredded. I literally promise you. This should be your golden rule for the next couple months, and you will be blown away by the results. If you guys like this video, obviously do hit me a like, make a comment. If there is any question you guys have, do go in the comments. I do reply to the comments all the time. And yeah, peace.